Hi everyone, this is Eric from Switched, and today we're going to be adapting an RC car. So this manual will show you how to adapt the Disney Mickey the True Original RC car, but these instructions can be used for any RC car that's got a forward and a turn button. So we're only going to need to adapt the remote control. So you can set the car aside and turn the remote control over, and we need to remove the 4 screws on the back. Once those screws are removed, you can pull apart the 2 halves of the toy. And we're just going to be working with the front for right now. We need to drill our holes for our 3.5mm headphone jack. So we need 2 holes, one for each button. So grab your headphone jacks, and now we're going to fish them through the hole that we just drilled, and we're going to secure everything with a zip tie. Now the zip tie is there just in case a child were to pull on that cord, it doesn't yank it out. So make sure it's nice and snug, and you can go ahead and cut off any excess zip tie. I'm going to repeat this process for the other headphone jack. So here's what the circuit board looks like. I went ahead and drew some circles and arrows on there to show you exactly where you're going to solder. Now for the straight button, you're going to solder one wire to the blue circle and the other wire to the blue arrow. And for the turn button, you're going to solder one of your headphone jack wires to the red circle and the other wire to the red arrow. An important thing to note here is on the arrows, you only want to solder or put your wire or the solder on the outside ring. If you get any solder or wire on the inside rings, or if it crosses over at all, the toy will constantly go forward or spin around. So you got to make sure you're just getting your wire and your solder on that outside ring. So here's what it looks like when all the soldering is done. On the right hand side, we've got the forward button, and one wire is going to the disc and one wire is going to that top node. And then the turn button, we've got one going to this bottom node and one going to the disc. Go ahead and reinstall the 2 sides and make sure those buttons are in place. And now is a good time to test to make sure that all your solder points work. So plug in a button and make sure that both of your headphone jacks work properly. And if so, go ahead and reinstall the 4 screws on the back of the remote, and you are done.
Switched. Adapted toys. Making play possible.
For more how-to videos, visit us online at www.switchtoys.org.